Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful day, 10th of April, to start the first series of Triple T Parents and Twins Forum. I will be your host today. I will be your facilitator, and my name is Sam Shoyombo. I am a registered careers advisor with the Scottish Government in the United Kingdom. And we will be looking at issues around twins today. Twins are young children around the ages of 9 and 12. As a careers advisor, I work with teenagers and adults, but I see a huge gap in how much we could have invested into the younger ones when they are open to us to learn from us before they turn to teenagers, when they think they know the whole world. So that is what inspired this initiative, to start with them very young, from the ages of 9, so that by the time they are turning to a teenager, they are well impacted and equipped with things to make them efficient teenagers. So we will be having tasks for the young one that we've called the Tweens task. They will be doing that independently. And during that time, while they are doing their task, the parents will be learning to treasure their young ones. And then after that, after that, we will come together and we would have a talent discovery chat. So that is the 3 program that we'll be doing today. What should you expect from this forum? The first thing you must know is that this is a free forum and there is no charge. Whatever we are offering you is all free. I will be providing information to highlight issues around twins. There will be activities for the twins and for their parents to aid skills development. The discussion will not be in this hour. The discussion will be on the YouTube and on the blogs that I've written, so we can discuss with one another. The twin coaching with parents is for parents to observe the twin when I'm coaching them. So there is a free 30 minutes coaching session for every twin. If you have 2 twins, that means you have to have 2 separate coaching sessions for each one of them. And you can book that on my website. I'll talk about that later. And you would have to log your twin activity, including the things that you are learning as well, on my website, just for us to monitor and be able to give an award at the end of the 12th series. Also, I'm hoping that in Scotland and in other parts of the world, we may be looking at getting some award. In Scotland, we have what we call Saltire Award. So wherever you are, if you know any award that we can link this to with your twin, then you can let us know through contact us, and I will investigate that and see how we could get them to get the award in your country. But in Scotland, we have the Saltire Award, and I'm going to be working at linking the hours, the time they are spending to do all this development into that. The twins start from the ages of 9 to 12. So because of that, we have got different levels of award. The very first award anyone must get, regardless of their age, will be the Egg Award. And that requires the parents to attend at least 10 of the 12 sessions and the child to be involved in 10 of the 12 sessions. And then they will get their Egg Award. So regardless of when you're joining this, you start with Egg Award. Then you progress to the one that is relevant to your age. So the Caterpillar is for age 10, the Chrysalis is for age 11, and the Butterfly is for age 12. So now I've got Brian and Tiffany here, and they are going to tell us the ground rules that we have to adhere to during this forum. So Brian and Tiffany, I hand over to you.
Hey everyone, My name is Tiffany Sweeney and I'm going to be 9 years old on the 2nd of May.
My name is Brian Sweeney and I'm 10 years old. Tiffany and I are going to tell you about some Triple T ground rules. Number 1. Please mute your microphone all the time if you are joining through Zoom.
Number 2. Please type your questions or contributions on the chat.
Number 3. Live sessions will be streamed on YouTube. Edited recorded sessions will be posted on YouTube by Tuesday after the session.
Number 4. There are 4 types of awards a tween can achieve. Egg, ages 8 to 13, Caterpillar 10, Chrysalis 11, and Butterfly 12.
Number 5. There are 12 sessions per year, April to March. You can join at any of the sessions. Parents and their twin are required to participate in at least 10 of the 12 sessions to get the twin to achieve the Egg Award.
Number 6. To get each of the post-Egg Awards, the tween could participate in the session on their own, under parent supervision. Tweens need to participate in minimum of 8 sessions and 1 parent and tween coaching to achieve each award.
Number 7. Parents will have to complete your own twin activity log and book 1 free coaching session per year.
Number 8. Be on time for each virtual session. We will start 4 p.m. prompt UK time every second Saturday. As a best practice, be just a few minutes early. Participate actively in each session.
Number 9. Share experiences and best practices. Discuss successes and challenges on the blogs and YouTube.
Number 10. Disagree is okay, but be respectful and cautious. Build on others' ideas and thoughts. Child development, social work, and medical practitioners are observing the conversation and will intervene for any child safeguarding issues.
Number 11. Please share all the blogs, YouTubes, and website resources. Encourage others to engage via YouTube or the blogs. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Brian and Tiffany. You've done a great job. Please, could you give them thumbs up on your chat? Just give them a thumbs up. I think they deserve. They are on here as well, so it would be nice to encourage them. We are going to get onto the twin task. And today, they're going to be doing the Diary of Success. So I'm going to get the Love Citadel Sunday school teacher to introduce the program that they're going to be doing today.
Hello, everybody. This is Victoria.
This is Dean.
And we are here today to talk about the Diary of Success. Now, what this is about, it's a fabulous, great concept, is simply put, there's a little link, you go down, you download a sheet, and there's little prompts and little questions to sort of get you so you know what you're doing, and you list the successes that you have had in your life. It could be that you're really good at maths, you've done a great math test. It could be that you've cooked something wonderfully, or you've helped somebody, or you've developed a form of monostructural housing for hedgehogs. It could be anything. And when you have this logged, it means you have a record of your success. So you can look at it, you can share it with people. If people ask you, what have you done, what are you good at, you've got a record of it straight away. And when you go to develop your career, you think, okay, so what do I want to do with my life? What's my career? You can go, oh, I'll check my Diary of Success, what I can do.
Sure. And success it's not always big things. It's not always the big things. Sometimes it's little things. Something you've been struggling with, maybe, I don't know, tying your shoelaces, maybe doing your 7 times table. Little successes, log the little ones as well as the big ones, because every step forward is a success. And the things that you think you might be good at, maybe you're not so good at them, and then you find out you're good at something else. So there you go, you add that onto the success thing.
And you can celebrate your success, share your success, and this will help you to become the person you need to be. Have fun with it. And that's all from us. I've been Dean.
And I've been Victoria. I don't know why I'm pointing at Dean. Makes no sense.
Bye for now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Dean and Victoria. Dean and Victoria had the Sunday school teacher at Love Citadel, and Brian and Tiffany are members of the Sunday school there as well, so you get to know more of them. Now, this is the time that the twin will have to engage in their own task. Now, I've given some simple instruction guidelines here. For those of you that are on YouTube, you may need to escape and just get, those of you that are on Zoom, you may need to escape and minimize your Zoom app so that you can then access your YouTube for the information that you need. You need to use the YouTube browser to access www.samshoyombo.com. And when you get onto samshoyombo.com, you then select the Triple T menu, and then you select the twin task. Then you go into the worksheet stroke presentation. There are 2 worksheets there for you today, the Diary of Success and the Sentence Starter. You need to download those 2 worksheets and then start working on them while your parents will come back and be with me. I'm going to give the parents few time to go in and settle the children. Don't rush yourself. You can listen to the presentation again if you come in a bit late. So it's important that each twin has a separate device to do their task. They can take turns to do it if you do not have enough device. All links will be made available at the end of the session in the Triple T worksheet, which I will show you later. Parents will need to create a Triple T folder for each of your twin to download into and save all their completed tasks. Do not stress about this. Parents can book our free Triple T ICT support with my admin team to get your ICT setting right. This session is being recorded. It will be available on YouTube by Tuesday, so you could always listen to it again. Please, parents are advised to use headphones during the Parents Learning to Treasure session. I want to believe that you've all settled down now as parents, and we are now going to be having our own time together to learn to treasure these twins. Now, there are 2 sections that we'll be looking at. Communication techniques, how we communicate with the twins, and then we'll be looking at news issue that we can reflect on. But before we go into that, I would like us to understand more of the generation of the twin that we're going to be supporting. Most of the twin parents would have come from the generation Y, and the twin are of the generation Alpha. But how much do you know about generation Alpha? Watch this. Thank you. That was mind-blowing, I would guess. And you've learned a lot about the screenagers. And we've all experienced their world through the pandemic because most of us have lived through the screen. So we are now going to go into issues that will help us to give better parenting to these screenagers. Now, remember I said at the beginning that I'm only going to be providing information, and then I've got blogs that will give you detailed discussion on this, and we can have real live discussion on the blogs or on the YouTube forum. I will be live there. I will be watching and responding to issues there. So for the communication techniques for this month, we're going to be looking at boundaries. How do we agree them? How do we maintain? And how do we monitor boundaries? Now, for us to talk about boundaries, we need to be looking at our own parenting styles. What is your parenting style? There are authoritarian parenting. Some of us grew up with dictators, parents that they just tell us what to do. And there is no dialogue. It's a monologue with them. Permissive parents are those parents that they sometimes indulge their children. They let them get away with everything, and they are like friends to the children. They don't assert their authority. The uninvolved one are actually there like they're not there. The kids don't even need to ask them. They just go ahead and do things. There is complete loss of authority and sense of boundary in such homes. And then we have the authoritative, who hand their respect, who are trustworthy to the children. They know they can trust them. Sometimes we can see them as disciplinarians. Now, regardless of how we have been parenting, this is an opportunity for us to read more. And when you read my blog on boundaries, you will learn more about the different type of parenting, and you can see how you can blend yourself to the one that you feel comfortable with. But what is most important is that your word in setting boundaries, your word you need to stand by your words. So what I mean by standing by your word is when you say it, you make sure you do it, so that the twins will know that when mommy says that mom is going to do it, dad is going to follow it through. And that way, you will become trustworthy with your children. Less boundary is better than having a lot. So if you only have 5 boundaries that they all have to live with, it's better than to have 30 boundaries and no one is adhering to any of it. Be precise. Everyone should be in bed by 8 p.m. Involve kids in the boundary setting. This is about board meeting in the home to agree on the boundary. When they agree with you, they are likely to take ownership of it. Draw up a contract. Post the rules in toilets, in their rooms, and in communal areas like the kitchen. And encourage them to show it to their friends as well when they visit the house. Recognize appropriate behavior. Let's be honest with ourselves. As adults, we have bad behavior and we have good behavior, depending on the type of day that we are having. So why should twins not have that as well? So it's about the behavior. It's not the child that is bad, it's the behavior that is bad. So it's quite important that we don't label a child as being bad or a child as being good. It's the behavior that we're dealing with and we're trying to change. I put never in capital. Never undermine the other parent. Whether you are co-parenting or you are parenting separately, it's important that you discuss any conflict that you may have about your parenting with your partner rather than undermine that partner with the children. And employ natural consequences when possible. It's not just all about punishment. If you want your son to tidy his room and it's not tidying, tell him that if you don't tidy that room, you are not going to go out with your friends this evening as you have planned. So that's a natural consequence, and keep to that word. If they haven't done it, then they are not going to do what you already told them. Now, that was a bit that I've given to you about communication techniques, and there is a blog on that. Now I'm looking at the news review. We've been through a very challenging year with the pandemic, and children find it very challenging. I work in school and I phone all the kids at home, and I know the different issues that they are posing to us. So some kids may struggle to adapt. So it's quite important that we now need to be looking at how we will make up for lost times, because some of the kids could not just engage. And it varies. Some of those kids that were even engaging actively when they were in school were no longer engaging in the pandemic. And the other side of it was some that were not engaging in school were engaging in the pandemic. These have brought out a big issue for government and parenting. But to help your child make up for lost times that they have had, there are all these 5 options that came up from that BBC blog. I have put the blog on my website. I've edited it a bit. So you can go there and we can discuss it more. They can go to summer school that is local to you. You can think about weekly tutoring for them so that they can catch up. Repeating the school year is an option if they have had a significant miss of the year, probably because they were ill or because there have been issues in the family that stop them from engaging. Consider extending the school days. So if they were supposed to be finishing at 2 or 3, you could make them finish at 4 or 5, and maybe they have teachers that are willing to support them during that extra time. The most important thing is the well-being of these twins. It's quite important that we are aware of their well-being and we're sensitive to it as well, so that we address the issue that this might pose. Now, those are the two things that I wanted to share with parents: the communication techniques and the news review. Before I bring the twins in, I'm going to share with you what we will be discussing as when we're having the chat, when you'll be having the chat. I want you to take time to digest this, the health and safety checklist. Some of them may be very challenging for you. And when you finish digesting it, please go and bring your twin in, and then we move to the next session of today. Now, the talent discovery chart is the part of the twin forum where you will be discussing child's well-being with your twin. So you'll be having a chat about it. And then we'll be doing the exciting part for me. That's the job sector on focus. So let's get ready to do that. Now, the first bit of our chart is for this month is to focus on health and safety. Every month we would always have different themes that we're focusing on, but on this month we're trying to work with the twin to become responsible twin who understand how to be healthy and safe. The outcome of doing this exercise will enable you as parents to learn how to tackle tricky issues in a sensitive way. You and the twin will be able to find resources and strategies for dealing with harmful situations. The twin will be able to recognize peer pressure and develop practical ways of dealing with it. They would learn how to make choices. They would have to make a lot of choices. But on this occasion, we're focusing on choices around being safe, their hygiene, and their health. And also managing personal safety in a range of real-world scenarios. Now, the topics that your chart could cover could range from puberty, sleeping pattern, discussing fears, school safety, being wary of strangers, road sense, accidents in the home, caring for skin and hair, peer pressure, getting support, decision making, who influences twin, DS, taking time to think, reducing drugs, alcohol, and tobacco, asserting yourself, and valuing friendship. To make this chart easy for you, and I would have created a chart, a worksheet that you can download from my website in the worksheet side, which I will show to you a bit later. Don't worry about it. You will have access to it. So this is a worksheet that you will need to use with each of your twin. Ideally, you want to chat with them individually. Now, maybe some of you were expecting that the talent discovery chart would be what we'll be doing here. No, you know your twin best. So you want to go with them. And these are the lists that put there. You may want to cross some out or you may want to add some. Now, take notes of the gaps that your twin is having so that next time when you're looking at it in the course of the month, you can review it. And there may be learning gaps for you as parents. You may be exposed to things that you didn't know. So this is an opportunity for you to begin to look at those gaps and see how you are going to deal with them. Remember that we've got the blogs, we've got the YouTube, and you can chat with other parents with challenges that you are having. So you will get this chat from the worksheets. I will show you that later. Now I'm really excited about this because I am a careers advisor and we're going to be looking at careers on focus. Today, the career we're looking at is healthcare sector. If you're interested, if anyone will get interested in healthcare sector, you must enjoy working with people. You must derive satisfaction from knowing you are helping people who need it. And also, you must have passion for improving people's life. These are the qualities that will make you enjoy working in the healthcare sector. Now, I've got a career quiz, and I want you to respond to the question with your answers on the chat, and I will be looking at that. So the question is, which job is not in the health sector? Data analyst, robotics engineer, accountants, chefs, software designers, or none of the above. So think of it and please put it on the chat so I can see different answers that are coming up, and then we discuss the quiz. So I'm just going to continue to review this and then we'll see the answers later. So now, the data analysts. Do we have data analysts in the healthcare? Yes, we do. There are lots of data for them to analyze the patient's record, all the things that we see that they are displaying about the pandemics, the graphs and everything come from the data analysts. Robotics engineers, robots are taking place of human in the healthcare sector, so we need robotic engineers. Accountants, healthcare will have a budget, they will collect money and they will pay staff, so they need an accountant. Patients will have to eat and staff will have to eat, so they do need a chef. And then there are lots of software that they use in healthcare, so they need a software engineer. So all of these jobs are available in the healthcare sector. Okay, so thank you for those of you that are participating, and I hope you get to understand this better. Now, let's look at the healthcare sector a little bit more. The healthcare sector covers everything relating to 4 areas. You have the curative. That is those people that are working with people that are already sick. So that's the curative. They are helping them to get well. Then we have the preventive. Those people that are working to do things that will stop us from getting sick. And that's why we're getting the flu jab. So they are the type of people working for us to get the flu jab. We have the rehabilitative. Sometimes people lose the use of some part of their body and they may need help to be able to use that part when they've recovered from illness. So sometimes they may need to see a physiotherapist or other specialists to be able to regain the use of that part of the body. And then we have the palliative. Sometimes people sickness is such that they will be coming to the end of their life. and they need to be cared for in a special way so that they can exit this world in a painless way, and they can have an easy exit from the world. So those are the 4 areas that you could be working in if you are interested in the healthcare sector. So the next thing I'm going to show to you are jobs that are available in the healthcare sector at this time. So at this moment in time, all these jobs are available in the healthcare sector. Some of them might disappear in the future, but they're there now. So I want you to look at all those jobs and make a note of at least 3 of them that you don't know what they are, so that you can discuss with your parents. So take note of those jobs that you do not know about, that you have never seen before or you've never heard of before. They are jobs that exist in the healthcare sector now. Take note of them. So you've got them, and I will show you where you'll be able to go to be able to find more information about those jobs later in my presentation. The next thing I'm now going to show to you, I hope you've written down 3 jobs for yourself. And if you miss this, you can always go back to the worksheet that I'm going to show you so that you can see those jobs. Now, I'm going to show you jobs of the future. These are jobs that are now evolving within the healthcare sector. So for your age, you twins, these are going to become popular jobs in the healthcare sector. I did talk about data analyst and robotics engineer. User experience designer are conducting research to look at how we experience things that we're using. So things that we're using in the hospital. For example, they take our BP and sometimes they take our temperature. These are people that are changing it to make it easier for us to use those things. Then we have the virtual reality designer. Most of all the things they do is similar to the game designer, and they create things that makes the healthcare be able to do things from virtual reality. So now we have people doing surgery, just looking at 3D dimensions and doing surgery, carrying out surgical procedure for people through a virtual reality experience. So most of the things that they're doing now sometimes come through virtual reality before it becomes real. And then Internet of Things. Now they are creating a situation whereby you can even see a doctor on the internet and get some diagnosis. So these are people that look at how we can actually access things on the internet. They are designing software to replace what people used to do. So these are 5 of jobs that we're going to see more of them in the healthcare sector. So for you twin, these are jobs that will be available in your time. So I'm now going to show you where you will get all these things that I've shown to you. I have a section on my website, that a menu called Worksheet. So if you go to that menu, for parents that are here, you may want to use my focus resources for your own career and personal development. If you use the resources, you can use the worksheets that are there. But for the purpose of today, the Triple T, everything that I've discussed today, all the worksheet that you need for it will be in the Triple T one. And if you open it, you will have it there. And also there is something about the generation. So if you want to know more about the generation, because I didn't go into that in detail, but to know about the different generation, there is a PDF that I've downloaded for you in the Triple T. Remember that you parents have to book twin coaching session. Please, you can only do that now that you've attended the first session. You can do it just before the beginning of next session, or you can do it anytime in the course of the year. Just book a 30-minute session so that your twin could get a career coaching session with me. And you can do that once a year until they progress to teenage. And remember that you have to log the activity that you are supposed to be doing with the twin, or that you're supposed to be doing yourself, on my website. And there is a place that you do that under Parents Learning to Treasure. So if you go to that section in my website, within the Triple T area, you will find the form to log things with us. So where I'm coming towards the end of this, and I want you parents to have this quote. I want to leave this quote with you. I just let you read it to yourself. Imagine the progress in education and a child's school and life success if parents embrace their role as their child's first teacher and role model. That was by James L. Casal. On the other side of this presentation is what the worksheet that you're going to be picking from my website look like. So everything is a link to all the information that you need to be able to carry out the activity. So you've got a whole 1 month to be able to do that. I've come to the end of this session for the April, and the Love Citadel pastor is going to give the children and the parents a blessing. Pastor Hope, I hand over to you.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining in this wonderful edition of Triple T. And let's have a short prayer. O God of creation, we thank you for this time, for this wonderful opportunity where we can learn from one another. More importantly, where we can study the future of these little ones and commit their future into your hands, knowing that you are the God of all knowledge. You're the God who holds the future in your hands. And today we pray for every young one and every parent that you will lead us into paths of excellence. Lead us into paths of great destiny. And may the choices we make and the decisions we make and also the things we learn lead us into paths that will cause fulfillment in the lives of not only the young ones, but also the parents. The Lord, you keep us from evil. Keep us from making mistakes that we'll regret in our lifetime. Thank you for the facilitator, for Sam and the team that are working in the background to make this a success. And we give you glory and honor as we bless this initiative with the blessings from above. Thank you. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Hope from Love Citadel. They are the one that's powered this program for us to have it. It was an initiative that we conceived from the church. I want to say thank you to Moyo for your contribution, to Brian, to Tiffany, to Manuelo, all of you for your contribution with the quiz. It's interesting that you've picked different ones, but it was all of them. So great to see you. Thank you all. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Parents, please read the blogs. There is a lot of mind-blowing things there for you. And the next forum will be at 4 p.m. on the 15th of May. I look forward to meeting you then. I hope I've been able to inspire you and encourage you on how to be a better parent. I know you're doing a great job, but we can always improve on what we do with information that we're exposed to. Thank you and see you next month. Bye.
You have to believe in yourself.